Omega got rid of Alistair and Lulu. Soul of Soy banned out Lee Sin and Orianna.
So just to reiterate the stakes here, if Solo Soy loses, they're not necessarily out, but they would need to win next week and another team to win for them as well. They need two separate things to happen, and they would have to defeat Big E-Tron as well. So it would be definitely an uphill battle. On the other hand, if they come back and win the series, then Omega is out.
On the other hand, if Omega Esports win this, it is utter chaos. Because sure, Soul of Soy are pretty much out, but there is now a three-way race to get out of the group here in Group A. And between One Snap, Bigatron, and Omega, we'll have some good matches. So, it comes down to this. Soul of Soy needing to hit back. Let's talk draft as it's Kennen, Aurelion Sol, Jin, Graves, and Janna for Omega Esports. Soul of Soy, bring back the Gragas, bring back the Brawl, add in Wukong, Kai'Sa, and Camille.
Yeah, this seems like a little bit more of a stable comp here if you're Soul of Soy. Like, it's something that they could use as a more consistent team fight composition, whereas last time, again, there was a bit of anti-synergy. So this is looking better for Soul of Soy. Let's see if they can execute.
Yeah. I think one of the dangers is I actually really like this Omega roster a lot more as well. I think this is a much better team fight roster for Omega. They have drafted quite well in all the games I've seen from them so far, but this is certainly no exception. Janna A Soul just has so much CC, and that sets up for Kennen. My one worry would be it's going to be difficult for Jin to stay alive if there is dedicated assassin focus, and that puts a lot of emphasis on what F2Y is doing. F2Y and Clique on the Wukong are going to be the assassins that need to shut down that Jin at the beginning of every single team fight. If Tamerlap stays alive, then they're failing at their jobs.
Okay, I have something to say about the Jin. I feel like his name is Timelapse. Right? Just like a different spelling of it, Timelapse.
Stay with Tamerlapse. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'd believe it if you told it to me.
I'm not telling you, but I'm just suggesting it, so I don't know. By the way, that Aurelion Sol came from the opposite side jungle, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I understand A-Sol things. You go fast. Dragon, whoosh.
Wait, was the red buff stolen? Looks like it was. No. Yeah, they stole the red buff. No, they stole the red buff.
Oh, okay. I'm functioning on a very low resolution screen right now, so.
Or the POV we have right now, their red buff was taken from them by the opposing team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they saw the Aurelion Sol just kind of coming out of their jungle, and then there was a vision fruit thing, whatever it's called, used, and then there was no red buff, and then you saw 3 members come out of there. I am the same. I'm on the same Minecraft quality stream, but I saw the blurs coming.
Very good blur reading, Daniel. I feel like I've told you this before, but the best Aurelion Sol on the North American League of Legends ladder is called Big Worm. And I really like that.
It's very apt. Very apt name.
Shoutouts to our big worms everywhere. We're going to start this game pretty slow, I think. It's hard to read the mini-map on our side, but no action seems to be breaking out, aside from a little bit of a cannon electric surge in this lane. Camille, of course, more than capable of winning most duels. Ooh, I don't like that. I can't follow this. Cannon will push in. I see a Janna tornado as well. Over the wall goes the Wukong to safety. And nothing more will come from this fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't even see the kill count as well. So if someone died, then we'll have to
doing a great job reading abilities. What I've discovered is that if you made League of Legends into RuneScape, I would keep up.
Just for our viewers who are unable. Oh, we have a bit. This is a bit clearer. Maybe not anymore. But for our viewers who are unable to understand what we're going through, basically, our producer Dave is doing his best trying to get us the best feed, but unfortunately, sometimes it can get blurry on our end, even if it isn't for you.
So, I don't know. Commentate it a little bit in your head if we miss anything. Time-lapse's POV. Either for Omega Esports, he's playing down the bot lane
Oh.
on the Jin, and he'll find a sick route. The Janna follow-up is there. Here's the curtain call. Have to do it blind.
Oh!
And there's a very good blocking coming out from that Brawl. No kill will come through, but that turret's going to take a pounding.
Oh, and Brawl might be in trouble as well.
017 burns the flash. Chase is there. Deep dive from the Graves will find the kill. Now you have the turnaround. A very, very low HP Wukong will find the trade table after flash over the wall goes down. Disaster here, actually. There's no reason this should be happening. And Omega Esports lose way more than they had to here.
That was such a ridiculous fight. So it started off so well for them, forcing the flash out of the Kai'Sa that makes them go away. Take a look at the replay right now. But then as they're going for the kill onto the Braum because the rotation came in, the Wukong did a very good rotation to meet them as well. The Kai'Sa is able to pick up the kill in the end, which is very good for the side of Solo Soy here. So like you mentioned, a little bit deep there and good meeting them at the point of attack by Solo Soy.
Yeah, very, very well played. Timelapse, whose name I will absolutely not say right now that you've told me.
By the way, when the Braum was taking usually, you see sometimes you take a Jhin ult for your team, like one of the shots, right? You don't usually see them take all 4 shots. I just felt for the Braum, like, ow, it hurts, ow, but I got to stand here. Guys, go home.
If the shield was on cooldown or they were just opting out of it, like super been on cooldown, but it's a long cooldown. I don't know.
I just felt so bad for him as someone who said that in the past. It's just like, oh god, it hurts. Oh no.
Oh, pressure in. Timelapse in trouble. Will turn.
These roots. Are you kidding me? For this
call?
I think that
coming up dry.
I don't think that was a good curtain call, but
what, the Braum's in the bush?
Yeah, why is he in the bush? I don't know. I just know that route was really sick after he got the trap off. So
I think some really, really good Jhin play. This has been one of the more impressive Jhins I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like they're kind of forcing it though. It might be a kind of one-trick pony thing here. Not to put him down, it's been great Jhin play, but it doesn't necessarily match with the rest of the team. So as far as just the composition and chemistry goes, although I mean, if you're this good, you match with anything, I suppose. I
mean, the Jhin Janna is as close as you can get to Morgana Jhin, which is a very deadly combo on LoL PC. And it's basically just if you have an enchanter with CC, you can follow up on the route to just generate a metric year of CC.
Fair enough.
So it's not quite as good as Morgana Jhin, but you can still make it happen. I think we've seen that combo land exactly once.
Okay, so they had
bot lane. That Brilliant Soul will die, but Timelapse and Co on Omega Esports make the right call and say, okay, we'll take the Rift Herald in exchange.
Right, but they're probably going to lose their turret in exchange as well. I was about to talk about the Aurelion Soul switching over to the side lane. Looks like he's going to be their choice for the split pusher, but the instant he went down there, and the instant that that Solo Soy saw that the Jhin and the Janna were mid, they just jumped on him immediately, took him out, and are taking the tower as well.
This was actually, provided Timelapse doesn't go down here, a positive trade, because Omega Esports get the turret up top. So turret for turret and the Rift Herald in their pocket. Oh, flashlight. Hextech Ultimatum will be deployed, but not onto the right target, and the route is landed. There's the turn. 017 will need to bail away. Curtain Call finds big damage. Shot after shot raining into this Brawl shield. Won't find the kill. But still, a one-team fight for Timelapse, who's quite masterfully able to kite back. Now, here comes the Rift Herald, paying dividends in the mid lane. As yet more damage rains through, and yet more turrets fall. Omega Esports looking good yet again.
Yeah, and Aurelion Soul really wanting his revenge here. Really mad at that gig. He's coming and trying to get that damage. And like you said before, you're making me say it too. Timelapse is just being masterful right now. Ooh, another kill. Oh, just kidding. It's a clone.
Really, really well played.
Anyway, so just looking at this replay, well, kind of looking at the replay. Basically, they were able to get the Camille here. Amazing route. This is an amazing route after the ult comes out from the Camille. They take her out. I think the the cannon was able to finish her, and then the curtain call was able to get the damage onto the Brawl to kill him as well.
That's one of those alt names that's really fun to shout. So
it's his curtain call.
We do have objectives coming up. There will be a Drake, if I'm not mistaken, in just a few seconds. There's no emphasis on it. Ooh. Kaisa's too far forward indeed. Can you land the route? No, dodged out. Very good footwork. But the turret will still fall. Mega Esports out ahead.
The fact that he was following her path perfectly while moving, that was just his control with his fingers is amazing there.
Yeah, just really, really good Jhin mechanics. I believe even got that blue buff. Yep. Although there's no way for me to really tell.
No, you can see a very blurry blue circle around him. So yeah.
It will be curtain call yet again as this team fight breaks out. Slice chews up the back lines. That is the Omega Esports team fight wombo combo. The cannon up front, laying down the damage, and the follow up from behind. Time lapse yet again coming up huge.
Yeah, they're still going at it too. You see that the Janna popped her ult to make sure that they get even a better situation for them as the team fight runs down. They even get the Gragas in the end. So, wow, I keep calling it Big E-tron. Omega Esports is doing an amazing job at the moment. The Jhin, I was about to say he wasn't really landing his ult as of late. He was really doing better with the roots, but he really took it back in that fight. Landed his first 3 shots and 2 in a row on the Wukong to get that very crucial kill. So really providing all-around play here. Sorry?
He landed all his curtain call shots last fight. They were just all into the Brawl shield.
Well, yeah, but that's not that great. So, and he was blocking, and he was doing, the Brawl was in the Prometheus school, running away from things, going in a straight line. So that wasn't really like too hard, but this was a very, very good from the Jhin here.
We'll swap over to F2Y over on Soul of Soy, as they are attempting to contest here by the Drake. Baron is up on the opposite side of the map, so there is some possibility. This is a cannon dive deep in. I don't think you win this. Slicing Maelstrom will be deployed. Hextech Ultimatum locks down the cannon. Here comes the backup, and indeed, they will. A sliver of HP, but F2Y comes out on top.
Yeah, actually able to get that kill, but there's obviously an opportunity cost, and you see that Omega is rotating around the rest of the map, trying to get some sort of objective here. Looks like they're going for the Drake. We're having a hard time seeing, but looks like they're going for it.
Open, Soul of Soy. We'll be focusing on it. You do see Soul of Soy. Oh! I believe that was stolen away. It's hard to tell. Curtain call at the back of the fight is in trouble. Slicing Maelstrom will be deployed. F2Y just has to run away. We'll get shut down. What is that?
Are you kidding? What did he even use? I can't even tell.
I believe that was the bouncing grenade, just finding the kill. And then also time elapse doing so much work. And we do get confirmation that Drake was stolen away. Oh, no, it was the Cloud. The Cloud here. So the Cloud was picked up successfully by Soul of Soy.
Yes, well done by Soul of Soy here. Good job from our Camille getting onto the back lane. They realized that the Jhin is the actual problem. Unfortunately, she pays for it with her life. Seemed like she was going to get out of dodge there, but the great at the last second jumping onto her. But a reasonable trade in the end for Soul of Soy. Although they are dying now, though. They're dying now, though.
Time lapse just walking forward. Click after click. 2 kills passed over to him. Yeah, and as a result, I would be amazed if we don't see a Baron tag coming out real soon.
Yeah, could be the case here. It seems like for Soul of Soy, they need someone to get onto the Jhin, right? It looks like the Baron was taken. But they need either this Camille to get on there. They need the Gragas to, ult on to push it back. They need to get the Wukong there. Although the Wukong's a bit better using his ultimate in the middle of the team fight. But, it could... the point is someone needs to get back there.
We don't get a whole lot of value out of these early team fights as Soul of Soy are continually pressed back from them. And I think Omega Esports are on track to repeat the act they had during game number 1. This cannon may have stepped a little too far forward. Hextech ultimatum will land. We've seen this before.
It seems like an instant replay, except with the Baron buff minions in the background.
But this time it'll open things up for some revenge. Curtain call from the back lines will be shielded out by the Brawl. Good glacial fissure. Oh, and that makes this fight actually very awkward. A turn could come. Omega have to play it a little bit slower. But you do still have overwhelming damage from them, not to mention the Baron minions. So they are still going to be able to press further forward, are still going to be able to take that turret. And indeed, they'll keep shoving. No HP on 070. He'll go down. Now the dive off of the respawn. Or, sorry, re-heal from the fountain. Not finding any success, but there's such low HPs on the other side. This Camille has to want to dive in. Oh my lord, they are so low. And yet none will go down, and instead the turret will fall.
This has to be so frustrating if you're a solo slot. Can't get a single kill on them, and then just punch by punch the minions force it down.
F2Y hunts in, looks for kills again, and will be denied again.
You gotta feel for Solosoy here. They're trying so hard to stay in the game, and they're doing so many things right to try to take these team fights. They picked up the cannon, they're in a decent spot, but so much damage coming out from the minions there that even if they tried to dive, they would have gotten taken out right away. Good, discipline play here from our Camille, but you gotta feel for them.
It was a really good monsoon during that fight. From the Janna, and I don't think I really realized how effective the Janna ult could be to just deny any access to that Jhin, but that's exactly what we see.
Right, yeah. Between the ult there, trying to push away and get the healing as well, and the obviously the shield that she's able to supply the Jhin, she's been doing a really good job of keeping him alive.
And we saw that during the last game as well. Stronger, who's playing the support for Omega Esports, just staying real close to the Jhin. And for a Jhin who kind of needs that sort of bodyguard protection, it really does come down to the ability of the Drake. Of the bodyguard. You do have that Drake passed over to Omega Esports. TP will be coming in here from F2Y. I'm not sure I believe in this, though.
No.
TP into the welcoming arms in the Eater of Worlds. The dragon will find kill, and it is time elapsed to follow up. This may very well be game. Drake in hand. Here comes the shove. We'll swap over to time elapsed perspective as they go for the end. Here's the dive. Pressure around the side. Look at this Jhin damage. Flash underneath the turret. That is disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
Laying down a statement here. 15 minutes into game. And there is just nothing that can hold them back. 2-0. Omega take the day.
Wow. Very well played by Omega Esports. In particular, the Jhin play coming out from Timelapse. Don't call me Tamelapse. Timelapse. But gets the very deserved MVP. You can see the 11 assists on the Janna as well. Well played to her. I got a feel for our other POV in the Camille, though. She was doing so well the entire time until the very end, and an ill-advised teleport comes in, basically doing a favor to the side of Omega by not forcing them to go back to deal with their own Nexus, and then just putting a kill on the silver platter to them. But unfortunately for Solosoy, they are on their last breath. They're not necessarily eliminated yet, but they need to both win next week and have another team win for them in order to have even a chance.